Welcome to Super Showdowns, the ultimate destination for epic battles and legendary showdowns. Join us as we put iconic superheroes, villains, and mythological figures against each other in a thrilling matches of strength, strategy, and skill. The cosmos held its breath. The remains of shattered planets drifted in eerie silence, their fractured cores glowing with molten fury. Asteroids some the size of small moons floated in the abyss, caught in a slow cosmic waltz. Here, in the endless void, two titans face each other. One, the ruthless conqueror of existence, and the other, the living embodiment of divine wrath. Black Adam hovered above the wreckage, his form wreathed in golden lightning. His piercing gaze locked onto the armored behemoth standing before him. Thanos, the mad titan, remained motionless, his massive arms crossed over his chest, his expression unreadable. Though neither spoke, the unspoken truth was clear. Only one of them would walk away from this battlefield. The first strike. Without warning, Black Adam vanished. A thunderous crack split the silence as he appeared before Thanos in a golden blur, his fist already swinging forward with enough force to crack a planet in half. The air itself seemed to ignite around his punch, divine energy trailing like a comet's tail. Boom! The impact was cataclysmic. A shockwave erupted upon contact, obliterating a nearby asteroid into dust. The sheer force sent Thanos skidding backward across floating debris, his boots carving deep grooves into the rock beneath him. Yet, he did not fall. He did not stumble. Instead, he smirked. Black Adam did not wait. He pressed forward, unleashing a barrage of attacks. Each punch moving faster than light, each strike carrying the wrath of the gods. Lightning crackled around him as he struck, with unrelenting speed and fury. His fists were meteors, crashing against Thanos' body with enough power to send entire civilizations into extinction. Thanos absorbed each blow, his body enduring the storm like an immovable monolith. His armor cracked in places, the cosmic energy within him shimmering beneath the damaged plates. But the Titan did not fall. His hands, massive and brimming with raw power, suddenly shot forward. With inhuman precision, he caught Black Adam's wrist mid-strike. The Titan's counterattacked. Black Adam's eyes widened for a split second before Thanos ripped him downward, slamming him into a floating asteroid. The rock exploded into pieces, and Adam's body plowed through it, leaving behind a trail of destruction. Before he could react, Thanos was upon him, driving his knee into Adam's ribs with a force that sent him hurtling across the battlefield. Adam twisted midair, regaining control, his golden cape billowing as he stopped himself just short of another asteroid. His eyes burned with fury. Lightning erupted from his body, splitting into hundreds of jagged tendrils, each one out his prey. The sky was alight with divine retribution as the bolts crashed down upon Thanos, striking him with the force of celestial wrath. Crocobone, the explosion blinded the battlefield, the brightness rivaling like distant stars. Chunks of broken planets were reduced to nothing but glowing embers. When the light faded, Thanos still stood. He stepped forward, the embers of divine lightning flickering off his body. His skin, once bruised, was healing before Adam's eyes. The Titan's cosmic power surged, swallowing the remnants of the attack like a bottomless abyss. Black Adam clenched his fists. "You should have fallen," he growled, lightning coiling around his form like living serpents. Thanos rolled his shoulders, the sound of his armor shifting like grinding metal. "You are powerful," he admitted.
Hey you, don't just watch. Subscribe please.
"But I have crushed gods before." The clash of Titans. With a roar that shook the heavens, Black Adam charged forward again, his speed breaking through space-time itself. He appeared behind Thanos in an instant, aiming a devastating blow to the back of his head. But the Titan was ready. Thanos turned at the last second, catching Adam's incoming fist in his palm. The sheer force cracked the bones in Thanos' fingers, yet his grip remained unyielding. With a monstrous growl, Thanos swung Black Adam like a weapon, hurling him across the battlefield. Adam's body smashed through floating mountains of debris, each impact sending tremors across the shattered remains of the cosmos. Before Adam could recover, Thanos appeared above him in a flash of violet energy, his fist raised high, radiating cosmic destruction. He brought it down with the force of a supernova. Boom! Black Adam was buried beneath the impact, the asteroid beneath him crumbling into dust. Yet, even as the dust settled, a golden glow surged from beneath the rubble. With a furious cry, Black Adam exploded upward, his body now radiating an unstoppable surge of divine power. His eyes blazed with pure, unfiltered rage. "Enough," he spat. "You will kneel before me." The wrath of a god. The sky ignited with a storm of golden lightning, stretching for light years, coiling around Adam like a hurricane of celestial fire. The sheer magnitude of the power shook the stars themselves, distorting space around him. Then he unleashed it all. A single colossal lightning bolt, thick as a city, descended upon Thanos, swallowing him in an explosion of light and divine energy. The battlefield shattered. Entire asteroids disintegrated. The cosmic abyss was momentarily blotted out by pure, godly radiance. For long seconds, there was nothing but the storm. Then silence. Black Adam hovered in the air, his chest rising and falling with exertion. His golden aura dimmed slightly as the storm settled. He peered into the smoke-filled void, scanning for any trace of his enemy. Then a deep, chilling chuckle. From within the swirling storm, Thanos emerged. His armor was cracked. His skin bore burns. His lips curled into something between amusement and satisfaction. "You are strong," he rumbled. "But strength alone does not decide war." Before Black Adam could react, Thanos raised his hand, cosmic energy surging around his massive form. Space itself trembled. The air became thick, overwhelming power. This battle was far from over. The battlefield was nothing but cosmic ruin, a shadow of floating debris in the abyss of space. The remnants of their first clash drifted around them. Asteroids cracked and scorched, the very void itself warped by the sheer power they had unleashed. And yet, neither warrior had fallen. Black Adam hovered above, golden lightning coursing through his body, his fists clenched with fury. Across from him, standing firm on a jagged rock, was Thanos, the Mad Titan, his purple skin glowing faintly under the light of distant stars. His lips curled into a smirk as he wiped the blood from his mouth. "You fight well," Thanos admitted, rolling his shoulders. "Faster than most I've faced, stronger than some." His fists clenched, and a deep, rumbling energy began to pulse around him. But strength is wasted without strategy. Black Adam narrowed his eyes. "You talk too much." He vanished in a golden blur. In less than a fraction of a second, Adam reappeared in front of Thanos, his fist already swinging forward like the hammer of the gods. But Thanos was ready. Instead of blocking, the Titan made a slight movement, a mere tilt of his head, dodging Adam's strike by the smallest possible margin. The Egyptian champion's knuckles brushed past his face, missing by less than an inch, and the air behind Thanos detonated from the sheer force of the strike. The shockwave alone shattered asteroids in the distance. But Thanos was already countering. Before Black Adam could recover, the Titan drove his knee into his opponent's abdomen. The impact was like a collapsing star. Black Adam's eyes widened as his ribs cracked beneath the force. The pain was sharp, but he barely had time to register it, because Thanos' fist came next. A meteor-like punch smashed into Adam's face, sending him rocketing downward. The floating remains of a planet crumbled as his body smashed through the surface like a comet, disappearing into a deep crater. Thanos exhaled, his breath steaming from the exertion. He wasn't finished yet. Lifting his hand, he summoned cosmic energy, not in the form of raw blast, but in gravitational force. The entire battlefield shifted as the debris around him was pulled inward, the broken remnants of asteroids bending toward Thanos' outstretched palm. Deep within the crater, Black Adam stirred. His body was bruised, but his rage was far from spent. A deep growl escaped his lips. The Titan thought he had won. A sudden boom echoed across the void as Black Adam erupted from the crater, moving even faster than before. His form was now enveloped in golden lightning. His power intensified. "You think this is over?" he roared. Thanos had barely a moment to react before Black Adam's fist was buried in his gut. This time, the Titan doubled over. The sheer force of the punch sent ripples through his entire body, causing the very fabric of space around him to distort. Black Adam didn't stop. He struck again, a devastating uppercut that sent Thanos flying backward, tumbling through the void. Then he called down the storm. Shazam! A massive divine lightning bolt descended from the heavens, brighter than a dying star, hotter than the core of the sun. It struck Thanos head-on, engulfing the warlord in godly energy. The explosion was cataclysmic. A radiant burst of electricity illuminated the cosmos, momentarily blotting out the stars. The surrounding asteroids disintegrated as the very fabric of reality trembled. Black Adam smirked, standing tall amidst the destruction. You're durable, Titan, but even you cannot. His words died in his throat, because from within the swirling storm of lightning, a massive hand reached out. The next thing Black Adam knew, his face was in Thanos' grip. He barely had time to react before a colossal surge of cosmic power erupted from the mad Titan's body. Energy burned with raw, primordial force, the essence of collapsed stars and the very energy that shaped galaxies. It wasn't just power, it was inevitability. Black Adam screamed as the cosmic flames enveloped him. His body hurled backward through space, colliding with floating debris, smashing through them like paper. Thanos clenched his fists. You rely too much on speed, he rumbled. But speed alone means nothing against inevitability. He raised his hand and the void shifted. A massive black hole tore open behind Black Adam. The Egyptian champion barely had a moment to react before he felt the pull. The gravitational force wrapped around him, dragging him toward the abyss. He fought against it, trying to fly away, but the pull was relentless. Thanos did not hesitate. In an instant, he appeared in front of Black Adam, his massive form blocking any chance of escape. With a devastating strike, he drove his fist into Adam's chest. The impact shattered the air, disrupting the very forces keeping Adam in control. His body was launched backward, the black hole pulling him closer. For the first time in centuries, Black Adam felt helpless. His body twisted and contorted as the event horizon approached, his divine lightning flickering, his power being drained away by the immense gravitational force. He roared, trying to break free, but Thanos, ever the strategist, had planned this well. A final blast of cosmic force struck Black Adam, pushing him fully into the abyss. The Egyptian warrior's form vanished into the singularity. Silence. Thanos watched for a moment, then turned, his expression neutral. He had calculated every move. Adam was powerful, but predictable. You had the power of gods, Thanos murmured, his voice carrying through the void. But even gods fall before Titan. The mad Titan clenched his fists once more, his eyes glowing with the certainty of his victory. The battle was over. The Titan had conquered once again.